Hi, my name is Mary and I am Honey Stitcher. Welcome to my channel and thank you for spending time with me today. I do hope you like what you see. If you're new here, which you probably are, thank you for giving me a check out. And if you are one of my few subscribers, thank you so much for sticking with me. I have a terrible job trying to upload videos. I film them but I can never get them up online. I rely on mobile signal and the signal in this area is terrible and it seems to be getting worse and not better. So I'm filming today and then I'm going to drive to my sister's and I'm going to use her internet to upload what I've done. I'm going to do sort of a WiP Parade today because most of you won't have seen anything I've done, and as I say, I haven't been able to upload anything. The last one I attempted was 7 minutes long and after 2 hours it still hadn't uploaded, so I gave up. Okay, let's begin. The first one, all my WiPs are numbered. I hang them up on hangers. I don't have project bags. The only project bags that I have are these from Amazon. Each one is numbered with the relevant project, and I use these if it's kit. So if it's kit that's got kit that's got floss provided, then it goes in one of these bags. It's numbered and I know what it is and where it is. Everything else is all mixed together. Well, it's not all mixed together, but if I've got DMC, I put the DMC out first. If I don't have DMC, then I order CXC. I'm a full coverage stitcher. Majority of what I do is full cover. I do have the odd piece that isn't, but majority is full cover. Most of it, and it's all full cross. So most of it's 25 count 1/1 full cross. So the first one I have for you today is a kit by Gecko Rouge. It's called The Messenger and the artist is Sophie Bliss Kilpatrick. That's the Messenger. And this has 108,773 stitches. I started it on the 11th of March 2025 and I currently have 19,079 stitches done and it's at 17.54%. I'll just pin it on the board so you can see it. So there you go, that's you can see that. I've been working on the dark side this month. I've been doing the dark side for a few of my patterns this month to try and get, because there's such a lot of black on it, so I'm going to do the black. I want to do his face last, because if I do the face first it'll put me off. I'll just keep on looking at the face rather than the work that I'm supposed to be doing. So that's the Messenger. I've got a lot of Gecko Rouge and stitch is so beautiful. So the next is also another Gecko Rouge, and this was the second piece I bought, and this was a treat for myself for my birthday, and it's Colin Thompson's Bizarre Bookshelf. That's this one. This is 406,980 stitches. I've currently done 35,434 and I'm at 8.71%. This is a biggie. I'll just see if I can peg it on here. Peg part of it on anyway. So this one, sorry, these are both 25 count 1/1 full cross. For this one, I started off in this corner, then I've gone all over the place. Just basically spread about. Just doing bits on the top 2 rows. Sorry, I've not got much room here at all. I live in a caravan and I have very little room. Hold it like that. You should be able to see this one because it's I've got the fabric doubled over. So as I say, I've been going all over the place with this one, but what I'm thinking of doing now, or what I've started to do, is actually filling along the top. I like the way it looks. I've been watching and the Max Colour Stitcher, and she just does them from the top down, and the picture just comes to life. So she hasn't got the mess I've got with all these missing stitches all over the place. The next one is another Gecko Rouge kit. So I joined the Patreon, and with Patreon you get free, sorry, it's not a kit, with Patreon you get free patterns. Just my card misspelled down. Oh, what's up with this? Apologies. You know, you think you're ready and you're not. Is that better? No, it's still not my face, is it? Is that my face? Yeah, rather than me. Yeah. So I joined, I'll cut that little bit out hopefully. So I joined Patreon on Gecko Rouge, and you get free charts on there, which is really good. So this one's Dorian Spencer Davis. It's Trap, Post Office and Moon. Because it's just a chart you download yourself, I don't have the printed thing, so this is the picture of it. And this one is 69,657 stitches. I started this on the 20th of March 2025. I've done 12,337 stitches at 17.71%. I've not done this one for a few months, because I just don't like the material I've got it on. It's still 25 count 1/1 full cross, but it's a weird material. But this is where I am. You can see, although I'm at the top, there's lots of gaps where I've just gone down. So this is what I'm saying going forwards. What I'm thinking of doing is going back up to the top and filling in and doing the top down. Next one, surprise surprise, is another Gecko Rouge. This one is a kit, and this one's by Kate Brazier, and it's All Hallows Cottage. I think this is a Halloweeny one because you've got all the ghosties. I do like it. 133,672 stitches. Started on the 24th of April 2025, and I've completed 13,543 stitches for 10.31%. Apologies, I've got a hanging thread on this one. And again, working on the dark side, so I'm right up at the top. See my ghosty there. And this one, working from the top down. If I've not mentioned it, 25 count 1/1 full cross. The next one, which is another Gecko Rouge kit, and one I'm having problems with, it's Danny Lizeth, and it's called Altruism. 32,926 stitches. I started on the 9th of May. I've done 2,408 for 7.31%, and this is one I'm just struggling with. I've discovered that I do not do white on white. So there's you see I started in the corner, and I just can't see it on the stitching. So that's really all I've done. I'm seriously considering starting it on some coloured fabric. Otherwise it's never going to get done. It's such a pretty one. Oh, romping away here. My next one, another Gecko Rouge kit. You can see I was strong on Gecko Rouge when I first started. And this is another Danny Lizeth, and this is called Cat's Love. That's this one. This one's 52,566 stitches. Start on the 13th of May 2025. I've done 7,043 stitches for, no I haven't, for 13.4%. Apologies, I've got my list on the right here so I know what I'm doing, I can see it. So although this one's full coverage, I'm not doing all the background because it's white, and as I've just said, I don't do white on white. I do the splatters and all the other bits, but I'm not doing all the white background. So this is why I'm on this one. Hope you can see that one. And then we go to Stitch Is So Beautiful. One of my favourite now, I started watching floss tubes in February last year, just before my birthday, which is why I splashed out on my birthday. I also bought a tablet so I could download Pattern Keeper, which is why I've gone mad. It's so much better than doing paper patterns. Love it. And I bought, first one I bought one when I saw it and I absolutely love it, is Wednesday and Cat by Sphinx Design Studios, patterned by Stitch Is So Beautiful. That's this one. I did 30% of this, and then it had all funny jagged marks in it and lines in the face, and I couldn't figure out what was wrong, and I contacted them. I said, why is my picture like this? And because I didn't understand Pattern Keeper, I've stitched all the overlaps, so I had to start this one again. So because I'm starting it again, don't you see I'm cropping it, I'm taking a little bit off each side and a bit across the top. So the actual amount that I'm stitching is only 90, instead of being at 100 and odd stitches, it's only 93,926. At the end of last month, because I haven't done the figures for this month because I've still got a few days stitching on it, I've done 57,116 stitches, and the accurate amount for the stitches that I'm stitching is 61.2%. And it's in a frame, so unfortunately I can't, it's difficult to show you it all. So it's the bottom. You won't get it all in one go. Oh gosh, I've got my needle in it, haven't I? Because I'm in the middle stitching something. What's going on here? There we go. So you can see I've taken a bit off the top and a bit down the sides. And again with this one, it's not black, it's 939. So I've tried to do all the 939 first, and then I've gone into sections of colour. But I just love her, she's gorgeous. And there's a cat down the bottom. Sorry about the squeaking, it's this frame. So what I'm doing now, I'm going to the bottom, and I'm actually completing from the bottom because I'm finding all these little random stitches everywhere are a nightmare to fill in. So I'm going down to the bottom and I'm stitching from the bottom up. Excuse me. But I love that one. The next one I got from Stitch Is So Beautiful, which was in memory of my mum, is Blowing Wishes by Sir K.A. Quill and Ink, patterned by Stitch Is So Beautiful. That's this one. This one's 47,500 stitches, start on the 20th of November, and I've currently done 4,236 for 8.92%. Now Stitch Is So Beautiful do a monthly challenge, so I decided that I was using Wednesday and Cat, but because I'm all over the place with it, it's difficult for them to work out what I've done. So I decided I'd do this one, and I started at the top and I realised I hadn't got the thread, so I thought, oh, I'll go down the bottom. and I went down to the bottom and I didn't have the thread for the bottom either, so that's why I haven't done anything on this one. So I have ordered the thread, but that's as far as I've got with this one. We then get to Christmas in July, and I didn't really have anything Christmassy, so I had a quick look round and I bought a Luca S kit, and it's called Waiting for the Snowflakes. This is one of the few pieces that isn't on 25 count, and this one's on, because it's a kit, it's on 16 count, so it's 2/1 full cross. You can see, yeah. Quite cute. Started on the 23rd of June 2025. I've done, there's 81,000 stitches, and I've done 10,724 for 13.24%. Put that to the side. This is the only one that I leave the needle in because I'm using 2 threads. It's a different needle. All the others I use the same sort of needles. So, because I'm doing this dark side this month, I've been working on the curtains at the side. And that's that one. Next one is another Gecko Rouge, and this is David Finney, and it's a pair of red breasts. 83,414 stitches. Start on the 6th of September 2025, and I've done 3,777 stitches for 4.53%. And this is what I'm up to. I've done one of the birds anyway, and a little bit of the line. This is also full coverage, but again I'll do the blue sky in the background, but I'm not stitching the white clouds. I am not doing white on white. Right, the next one, I'm a bit out of order here, but never mind. So the next one is Young Mad Hatter by Sphinx Design Studios, patterned by Stitches So Beautiful. That's this little chap. I think he's lovely. 160,000 stitches. Start on the 6th of January this year, so he was my new start for this year. I've done 8,684 stitches, 5.43%. I don't know if you can see, there's actually coloured swirls in there. It might be a bit difficult to see. But again, I'm going across the top now and filling in. I'm working from the top down because I'm really impressed with that. The next one, another one by Stitches So Beautiful, and it's Ice Skating Magic by White Fields Designs. This one. 160,500 stitches. This is another new start, new year. Start on the 1st of January 2026, and I've done 2,987 stitches for 1.86%. And again on this one I'm going on the top, and I've run out of the colour. I've got to order more colours. I've literally gone across the top so I can see where it ends. But I've got to order more colours because I can't complete it because I don't have the colours. Again, 25 count, 1/1 full cross. So that one. Yeah. My next one, another one by Stitches So Beautiful. This is another Christmas one, believe it or not. And this is Goth Dolls Winter by Mystic Moon Craftery. Again, patterned by Stitches So Beautiful. You see all the baubles in the background, that's why it's a Christmas one. Started this on the 17th of January 2026. 98,000 stitches, and I've done 6,057 for 6.18%. I started with the doll in the middle, and then I've gone up to the top. So there she is. So I started with her in the middle, and then I've gone up to the top, and now I'm filling in from the top down, or I will be doing. I've done the top row with black, and I'll be doing the colours. I've just done the black this time because I'm working on the dark. This month I've been working on the dark side. So every pattern that I've got that's got loads of black in like that, I've been doing the black. My next one has a little story to it. So this is another one by Gecko Rouge. It's by Erude Art. It's an old one this, and it's called Dream. And this was a new start for my birthday. So I started this on the 8th of February 2026, that's this year. 119,504 stitches, and I've done 3,364 for 2.81%. I started this in the middle, and then I've gone up to the top, and I've joined the top like I have with everything else. I've got a couple of hanging threads in this one as well. Now this one was a birthday start for me, and I don't normally enter when people do competitions. I don't enter because I don't use project bags. A lot of the stuff they can't send, and for various reasons, and I don't want to take patterns off people that I'll never stitch. So I only apply when it's something worthwhile. So on this occasion it was Elle, the Keystone Stitcher. Please check out her channel. I won a voucher from her, and I put that together with the money I had in my box, which I'll go through later on, and I was able to buy that pattern, and this is where I am with this one. So you can see I started in the middle, and then I went up to the top so I could find out where I am, and I'm working my way across the top. Again, this month I've been working on the dark side. This next one, 21st of January 2026, it's called Boy Faye by Tammy L. Gross, and it's another one by Stitches So Beautiful. This one is really, really sweet, and I like it, but I wish I'd have done it on coloured fabric. It might be full. I'm not going to stitch all this background. I'm just not doing it. I'm just going to do him in the middle and the little bit, so it'll either be a circular, I'd be in a circle or oval frame. I have to see when I've stitched the bits that aren't white background. I don't know if I've just said, again, 25 count one over one, 2,142 stitches, 128,000 stitches. I've done 2,142 for 1.67%, but as I've said, I'm not going to be doing it all, but I can't do it on this board. You can't get close enough to see him. Let's try it like that. If I fold it up a bit. I've started on his face. So there he is. But that's all I've done. But he's so sweet. I do like him. Next one is different. This is by Painfree Crafts, and this is Frost Dragonling by Jasmine Beckett Griffith. And this one, I start on the 23rd of May 2025, 128,000 stitches. I've done 6,934 for 5.42%. There's the front. I can just hold this one up because there's no back to it. So that's what I've done on this one. So I've started at the top, but I'm going to, you can see I've got a lot of gaps and I've not done there. So I'm going to do that from the top down. And that's it for my current WiPs. I've got 2 new starts for August. Because I've already bought the patterns and the stuff, I've got some new starts for the rest of the year. So I've got 2 new starts for August. And the first one will be Cat's Eyes. No idea who's designed this or anything. I've just got this off Etsy. It's not full coverage. But I've got some fabric that I bought for something else. So this one is at 18,228 stitches. I'll say I've not started that yet. The other one I'm starting is another one I got from the Patreon, Gecko Rouge, and it's Kate Brazier's Snowman Cottage. That's this one. And this one's 116,550 stitches. And because I don't want to stitch white, I saw some fabric. I buy all my fabric from Lakeside Needlecraft, and I was looking on there and they had this fabric, which is, it's an 18 count Ada, different for me, and it's called Snow and Sky, and it's supposed to be a dark sky falling down and then snow in the bottom, and I thought I could do it that way up, but look at all the dark blue at the top. I thought it was all going to be white, so I'm not going to use it for that, but I thought that would be quite nice actually, do it that way up for that cat's eye, the cat's eye on there. So I'll use that for the cat's eye. And I bought some fabric last year for something else which I didn't do, and this is a 28 count even weave, and it's called Galaxy. And that's this one, which is really nice and sparkly. And I thought, well, that's a bit snowy, isn't it? It's supposed to be Galaxy, so I thought that I could do that for the background, and I can just stitch these lines on, leave the fields. So I wouldn't stitch the actual snow. Just an idea. We'll just see. It may work, it may not work. I may change my mind and go back onto the other one. I don't know. It'll be between those two. I don't know. So, one of the other things that I do, which I haven't mentioned yet, or except briefly, is when I've counted my stitches at the end of the month. So far this month, and I've got a few days this week to work on Wednesday and Cat, I've done 15,602 stitches. So if you watch Crafty Emily, do watch Crafty Emily, she's wonderful. She counts up her stitches at the end of the month. Well, no, she's got goals that she sets, and if she's reached a goal, she puts money in the drawer, and then that gives her money to spend on things later on. So I'm doing something similar but different. So I've done 15,000 stitches and 602, but what I'm doing is for every 1,000 stitches I'm putting £1 in the pot. Got my pot down here. So this is my pot. It's one of these, and it's got little drawers, little things inside that you can put things in. So to take one out, just one, not all of them. So just for example, so this one's April's, and April I did 18,871 stitches, so in there I've put £18. So that's what I'm doing, and then at the end of the year I shall have well over £100, where if I want to I can buy another kit, or I can put it towards framing or other things that I need to buy. So that's the idea of that. That's it for the stitching. I don't think I can tell you anything else. I'm going to attempt to try and do one of these fortnightly. So going forward, as I say, I've got 2 new, that's the other thing I do similar to what Emily's doing. I've lost it. I tried spinning a wheel when I started and I didn't get on with spinning the wheel, but I'm doing something similar with my little tin. So in here I've got little circles I've cut numbers out on. You can see that's number 8, number 1. And as I say, all my everything I do, all my work, all my WiPs are numbered. So what I'll do is each time, so every Monday I'll do 1,000 stitches on Wednesday and cart. Once I finish that, I'll shuffle up and I'll take a tag out of here, and depending, that happens to be 24, and 24 is Goth Dolls Winter, and that one will get 500 stitches. So depending on what I pick as to how many stitches they're going to get, some are going to get more than others. So I've got some that are only going to get 200, some get 300, some get 500, and all my new starts get 1,000. So my 2 new starts will get 1,000. If I pull them, they get 1,000 stitches. Thereafter they'll drop down to another figure, and I'm working out. So the idea is that everything gets hit in the month. Everything that I'm working on gets a hit in the month. Life update. Can't be much of an update. As I say, I live in a caravan with Jimmy, my dog, it's so hot today. I've got the patio doors open and he's sat outside watching the birds and anything else that goes on. Got my washing out on the line. I work part-time at a very small upmarket supermarket. A very similar job to Crafty Emily, so sometimes I can be stacking shelves or working on the tills. Most of the time I tend to work in the kiosk, so I cover gifting, cigarettes, lottery, visitors, refunds, complaints, the meal deal of the day, whatever, newspapers, all that. But I like being on there because it's so varied and you get to walk around and stretch your legs. You're not just sat on a till all day doing this. Yeah. So, and the other thing, so that's that. I do embroidery as well. I recycle textile artist, so I do a bit of that. So this is one of the things people say they're doing the fancy stitches. I've never heard embroidery called fancy stitches. So yeah, so that's different. So yeah, so I do embroidery as well, and I'm also trying to keep myself fit, and I want to get to the point where I can actually cycle to work and maybe even cycle to my sister's. That would be good. Yeah, so I think that's it. I don't think I've got anything else to say. I hope you like what you see, and I hope you come back and try me again. So that's it for now. Thank you very much. Bye bye.